From Jackson
because they
Dart to
exceeded
little Jordan
expectations.
Humphrey.
Welcome back to Kings of the East. It's week 6 of the NFL. We're going to be talking about some NFC East matchups that we have this week. We're going to be talking about some contenders or pretenders. And then lastly, we'll go over a couple of matchups across the NFL. We'll see if the guys who they think is going to win or lose at those matchups. So we'll first start off within the NFC matchups. We actually have in-house matchup this week. Actually, on tonight, actually on Thursday, we have the Eagles and the Giants. So I think I'm gonna start with who want to go first? Anybody want to pick between y'all
Pick,
two?
man. I don't care.
No, no.
Conte, you can go
All right,
first.
okay. Oh,
Yeah, I'll kick it
all
off.
right, we'll go with Conte. So Conte, the Giants are coming off a 26-14 loss on the road to the New Orleans Saints in a game where the Giants' offense was clicking in the first half, but y'all kept shooting yourselves in the foot in the second half with turnovers. So. Y'all are looking to bounce back against the Eagles at home tonight. So, how you feeling about that game?
Being realistic, no, I'm not feeling too well about this game. But let me get on to some of the bright spots. I'm gonna give the Eagles some praise real quick.
Okay.
I think a bright spot for them is Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts. Their rushing ability. That's something that you got to factor in. Saquon is a revenge game. You know how dudes do when they play against their old teams. They gotta go crazy. So I'm already expecting it. I'm expecting Jalen Hurts to do the same as well. And another bright spot is really their talent. All right, they're a really talented team, especially on offense. AJ Brown and Smitty. AJ Brown, if he gets the ball, you already know what he's on. You know what I mean? And Smitty, guys like Smitty, we struggle against guys like that. And he's I feel like he's due for a pretty big game. I think he might get one this game. And another bright spot for them is the tush push. That. It's a cheat code, man. Nobody can stop it. Anytime they're in situations where they have to get a first down, fourth and 1, 4th and 2. I feel like I might have converted a 4th and 3 one time. I don't know, but
maybe.
Yeah. So that's definitely a bright spot for them. But some dark spots. I gotta go with their inconsistency. Their execution lately hasn't been very consistent. They don't really have an identity. I feel like just from the outside looking in, I don't know, Muhammad, he might disagree. As well as the pass rush. I was looking at their pass rush rate. They're 15%, which is 22nd in the league. They've kind of been struggling with that as well as pass coverage as well. And I think that kind of goes hand in hand with each other. Just because they haven't been able to get to the quarterback like they have in the past, the secondary might be getting a little exposed, and also they don't have a lot of depth at their secondary, in my opinion. So that's a dark spot for them as well. But I feel like we do have a path to victory. It may not seem like it, but I think we got to establish the run early. We're getting Tyrone Tracy back, Cam Scatterboo, Jackson Dart. We need all of them just making plays and establish the run, man. Let's keep it on the ground. Let's keep it slow. And let's not do too much this game, Also, we got to stay in the game. We can't let them get it to a big lead. We got to keep it close. And we got to get to Jalen Hurts early. If we can get to Jalen Hurts early, maybe cause a mistake, capitalize off of that, there is a path. And I think we have to contain Saquon Barkley. I'm not going to say we got to stop him. You don't stop Saquon Barkley. But we can't let him just have his way. If we can do that, we have a chance. And, I'm going to throw in the factor, it's a Thursday night game. Thursday night games are disgusting, so if we could keep it that way, I want the game to be like me and Maha watching. Y'all, I got work in the morning. Let me turn this shit off. Like I want a game like that. If it's a game like that, we got a chance to win this giant. So that's kind of how I feel. So yeah.
Okay.
What you got?
Banking on a lot.
I'm gonna go 24. Realistically, 24-17. I gotta go Eagles.
Okay.
We got too many obstacles.
Okay. Those are coming off their first loss to the Denver Broncos, 21-17, in a game where they had their first 100-yard game from a wide receiver in Devontae Smith. But they steered away from their ground game with only 8 total carries between Saquon and Hurts, with a total of 33 yards between those two players as well. So this week they're looking to bounce back against their NFC East foe in the New York Giants, and we're gonna hear what Mahai has to say about this week.
Yeah, short week, prime time, division game. I love it. I'm actually excited for it. Bright spots for the Giants, I'm not gonna lie, is their D line to me. Like that's something that worries me. We got Landon Dickerson is gonna miss this game. It's been official, so he's gonna take a seat. Hopefully heal up, but his ankle, yeah, he's out. There's talk about Cam Jurgens. He's questionable right now. I think he's gonna try to push through, but if you watch that Broncos game, that nose guard was giving him hell, and I don't think there's no one better than Dexter Lawrence
Notice that. Hmm.
to do that. So yeah, I'm worried about their D line. That's the biggest thing. And they can wreck a game. So if they're in that backfield, they can knock us off rhythm and it could get bad. But that's about where I draw the line with bright spots. and
Okay.
Hey, we
what
got
I'm
nothing
what
else?
I'm excited for our matchup, I'm excited to get Saquon Barkley going. I think this is the game where we do establish the run. I do think we're gonna take our chances on the outside, but I think this is gonna be a more balanced approach because in all fairness, this is probably the least talented team that we are gonna play. So I think this will be our best offensive output. Our defense, I'm excited to see Nakobe Dean is back this week. So he and the Giants, I saw that Darius Slayton's been rolled out, and I think they have like Hyatt and a bunch of unknowns starting at wide receiver.
Yeah.
Wandale Robinson too. But behind that, they don't have much. So I expect them to. I expect a 30 to 40 rush type of night from them, unless we go up big. So I'm excited to see Nakobe Dean against the run, which our run defense has been a little shaky, but that's something he excels in. And he got the green dot back. And from what I'm hearing, he's going to start. So that's going to give us versatility with Jahad Campbell and Zach Bond. So I'm excited to see that. Yeah, I think this is the game the Eagles get their mojo going on. A complete game. I think we got a wounded opponent going in, and we got a rookie quarterback. I think Vic Fangio is going to try to feast on that. My score prediction for the game, I'm not too far off from Conte. I think I'm going to go 31-17. I think we score another touchdown. But yeah, I think this is going to be a complete game. Hopefully, it's not going to silence the haters because it's always something to talk about in Philly. But yeah, I think it's going to be a complete game for the Eagles.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Ryan,
I
you
hate
got any?
to. My bad.
I'm good.
Yeah, the fact that y'all didn't run as effective last game, I think you guys are gonna definitely. And then our run defense sucks, so I expect a big day from Saquon and then Jalen Hurts as well. Hopefully not though, but we'll see.
Yeah, I feel the same way with
But
Saquon only getting 6 carries last week. They're
yeah,
definitely
they're
going to
gonna.
be feeding
Yeah,
him.
they're gonna feed him.
And I hear what you're saying, Mahad, about Dexter Lawrence, but we haven't really seen that Dexter Lawrence this year, really. He hasn't even had like a breakout game or even like a, I don't know. He hasn't really affected this season as much as he did last year for
For
the
sure.
interiors. So I
Yeah, his
don't
best
even,
game was the
yeah,
Chargers, but
He got like
outside
yeah.
of that, he
that
hasn't done much.
pick.
Yeah, that pick.
Yeah, yeah, that was a good. Yeah, I forgot about
But
that.
how? I know your offensive line is hurt. Like how much do you think we can capitalize off of that from the
That's
outside?
the biggest
from
thing
the
I'm
inside
worried
looking?
about.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do know we Jeff Stoutland. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he's one of the best O line coaches in the football, and he's very good at getting linemen up to speed. So if anybody can scheme up the guys behind him, I think it can be him. But it's a challenge. Like the talent, the Giants D line guys is undeniable. So they definitely can wreck a game. Nick Benito just gave us a hell of a game, and Will
Hmm.
Carter and Brian Burns is like that. So
Yeah.
Yep.
it's a good test for a bunch of backups and like possibly two backups in there. But I like our tackles versus your edges, and we just gonna see the interior. What scares me.
Okay, that's fair. You got
Yeah.
anything for him, Ryan?
Nah, man. The fact that it is a Thursday night game, it is going to be a weird game. Thursday night game is just weird as a whole. So I think it's going to be fun to watch, though. Wouldn't be surprised if it's an upset. Do I expect it? No, but if it did come down to it and the Giants won, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's a division game. Shit can get
Yeah,
unchy.
division.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if they do win, are you gonna have some good things to say about Dart, or is it just because
It
it's
depends
the
on
Eagles?
it.
Like,
It depends on how they win. Can he
understood.
come out in this game? Say he goes out there and turns it around and like does great through the air. But if he's just going out there, he's managing the game and the defensive line wins them another game. I can't get at the Dart.
But let me ask you this, because we have Malik Neighbors out, Darius Slayton out, and Wandell's our wide receiver one right now, right? He's not a wide receiver one in most teams. you wouldn't give him like a credit with all the things he kind of has stacked against him
It's the
to come out here.
NFL. They
Next
don't
man up.
care who you. They don't care who you got out there with you. You still gonna get the same critique.
If
Yeah.
Jackson Dart on a Thursday night beats
Rookies,
a
though.
Vic Fangio defense, he's gonna get props from me for sure.
Yeah.
So if Jackson Dock goes out there, he wins. He goes 13 for 27, 105 yards, and they win
They not
because
winning
of
that. They not winning.
some pivotal turnovers. How they win
Well,
against the Chargers?
He was efficient. He was 15 to 20, like a
he was
buck
efficient.
60.
Yeah,
He wasn't
he was
no 13
efficient.
to 27,
And he didn't give the ball away too.
and he
So
was on the ground with it too. So
No.
just like you saying, their defensive line could win them the game. He could win them the game by not turning the ball over too.
But
So that's
don't
one way to look
worry,
at
Ryan. We gonna make sure you don't gotta praise Jackson Dart. All right.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry about
Either
it.
way, I know.
Say, got you. Okay. Now it's gonna be a good matchup tonight for sure, man. So we're gonna get into the next matchup. We got the Commanders. Okay, so the Commanders are coming off a win on the road against the Los Angeles Chargers, 27-10, and they're looking to win back-to-back games for the first time this season. And this, excuse me, y'all. So for this matchup, we have a quarterback matchup of the number one and the number two pick from the 2024 draft. We have Caleb Williams against Jaden Daniels, but this isn't the first time they've seen each other. So last season's matchup came down to a last-second Hail Mary by Jaden Daniels, and the Bears are looking for their revenge. So how can y'all slow the Bears down so they don't get their get back, Ron?
Love this matchup.
First and foremost, I don't like how we save the Cowboys for last. Every time we go, just feels like a save the best for last type of thing, and I don't
That's
want
where I
to.
was being with.
Yeah, I don't want to mention the Cowboys and best in
We'll switch
anything.
it up next time. We'll switch it up. I got you.
I'm messing with you. It makes sense for you to go last. I get it, but yeah, Monday night, man, it's gonna be an exciting game. Like you said, haven't had consecutive wins yet this year. I think it's gonna be really important to like start to get that rolling. The brightest spot for the Bears, honestly, is their big playability with their play caller and Caleb Williams. No matter how I feel about him, that guy is just a big play waiting to happen at all times. So I'm really excited about seeing our retool defensive line going against their retool offensive line. It's going to be an exciting game up front. I really got to see us limit the big plays. We did a pretty good job with it against the Chargers, against a pretty good offense with limiting some big plays because of the big plays that we made on defense. So we're going to have to see that a lot more. Now, the dark spot for the Bears is their run defense. I believe they're 32nd in the league right now. So with our offense being number one in I think number one in the league of rushing per game, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
y'all number one in rushing offense. Yep.
Yeah, we're really gonna have to get the ball on the ground. I'm sorry to ESPN, but we got to make it a boring game and run the ball as much as possible and get out of there with a win, because you don't want to put the ball in Caleb Williams' hands too much because, like I said, he's just a big play waiting to happen. So I'm excited. Think it's gonna be a really great game, and I really got my eye on our defensive front and their offensive front.
Okay. All right. So it sounds like time and possession might win this one for y'all. If y'all can keep the running the game going, keep the ball out of Caleb's hands.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like, no disrespect to Caleb, it's not like to that point. Like a Patrick Mahomes, like, oh, you can't let him get the ball too long. It's more of a controlling of the game. Having a full dominant win is just controlling that ball throughout the entire game, and you're just not allowing the other team to even get their footing. So that's my biggest thing. Not so much to keep it out of his hands, but winning time of possession is always a positive, in my opinion.
For sure. Okay. Y'all got anything for Ron on the matchup?
How do you feel your DB is gonna hold up? I think this is a good test with these receivers.
Yeah, I think it is a good test for our DBs because they're definitely going to be tested. And like I said about the big plays, I wouldn't be surprised if you get a bomb from DeAndre Swift. You know what I'm saying? Like DeAndre Swift throwing a bomb or something. It's Monday night. It's Ben Johnson. Like, you just don't know. You know what I mean? So, but when it comes to the normal pass game with Caleb Williams, I definitely believe he's gonna force a lot of passes. He's gonna force a lot of throws. I know we're gonna get him out the pocket because he doesn't sit in the pocket already. Even if he has a clean pocket, he's gonna move around. So I just got a feeling this is gonna be Javon Kinlaw's first game where he gets a sack because there's gonna be a ton of movement back there from that quarterback position. So,
Okay.
yeah, but I'm confident in the DBs. I think they're starting to come together and starting to kind of gel a bit more. Still gave up some little big plays against the Chargers, but we get an extra day. Hopefully, we can tighten those up.
Yeah, this game of the week for me, I think it's coming off that Hail Mary last year. I know Caleb seen Jaden last year.
Mm-hmm.
This game personal for the Bears for sure, and I think Jaden is personal too. I don't think he liked that he went number two.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think he thought he was the best quarterback too. So I think this is a little rivalry that's brewing. So I'm interested in to see that game. I'm excited for it for real.
I think we're looking at it as week 6, honestly.
Right? That might
I
be a
think
long. That might
I
be a
agree with
long.
Maha as far as the rivalry between the quarterbacks, so maybe not the teams essentially, but the quarterbacks for sure. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like you said the possessing the ball more than them, it's key to victory and keeping slowing them down. I see a lot of big plays from Chicago coming, and I think I agree, but not even on. I'm not even trying to diss. I think big plays from y'all too. Like I think it's gonna be like a shootout between y'all. Yeah, that's kind of the game I'm
I can
expecting.
see it.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, but I agree. It
Yeah.
might be game of the week for real.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I don't see a shootout coming at
You don't
all.
see a shootout.
Give us your
Nah.
score prediction. You didn't give us your score prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I'm not really good at score predictions, but I definitely got us hitting 30, and I don't have them seeing the end zone more than twice.
So you got a blowout.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
like
think? All
I'm gonna
right.
just be real with you. Like our defense, but not like. I mean, let's be totally honest. The Falcons, the way the Falcons played us, with how they beat us is we believe that okay, we could send 4 at this guy and we're fine, right? No other
Mm-hmm.
game have we sent 4. No other game. Like, why did we send 4 against the Falcons? I don't know. Maybe because of Kyle Pitts and Jake London, something like that. Maybe, but as you see in every other game that we played and having multi sacks a game, we don't just send 4. So I think we're gonna dial up a ton of pressure to get after Caleb Williams, and they're coming off a bye week and everything.
Yep.
I don't really believe, but the type of team that I look at the Bears, I don't look at the Bears as a team that comes off a bye week even more prepared. I look at a team like the Bears coming off a bye week and really having to find their footing again. So,
Okay.
I think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be what people expect. Like, oh, it's going to be a close game and everything like that. Our defense is better. My offense is better. I believe we might add Sam Cosmi. We might add Terry McLaurin. We might add Noah Brown for what it's worth. We're going to get a lot of guys back. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a really close game. And I don't say that, in a cocky fashion or anything.
Okay.
So let me ask you this question. You guys, you think you guys are gonna blitz a little bit more, send more pressure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you agree that's when Caleb's at his most dangerous. When he's scrambling out of the pocket. You don't think so?
No, I said he moves out of the pocket even if
Yeah,
he has a clean pocket. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
But
Do I believe he's more dangerous? I mean, I
like
wouldn't.
him, yeah. Do you think he's more
Off
dangerous
schedule,
when he's?
Caleb is the most dangerous Caleb.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, yeah. It could be the most dangerous Caleb, but
Yeah.
is it something that I fear? Nah, like
No. Okay.
nah. I don't. I don't.
I think you
Okay.
underestimating this Bears offense
Yeah,
a little
I
bit.
think so
Me
too.
too,
But
man. But
it's gonna be a good
I
one.
mean, it's what I've been saying about the Bears since day one about their offense. It's inconsistent. It's a
Yeah,
lot
but
to it's a lot to gather, and their most dominant game was against one of the worst defense in the NFL. So, and I'm not even being funny. I'm being for real. Like that was early in the year when the
Yeah.
Cowboys didn't have it together, and they got a good opportunity and they dominated them. But any game other than that,
The
start
Bears have
off
scored.
strong and then you can't finish.
The Bears have scored
put
20.
up points.
They scored 24 points 21 against the Lions, 31 against Dallas, 25 against the Raiders. I mean, they're not. I don't think those are like low scoring games. Those are. And he's played good in all these games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a better matchup than Ryan's saying, but we'll go
We'll
ahead and
see.
move on to the Cowboys Panthers
It's gonna get
matchup.
to a point where y'all see what I'm saying, but
I got you.
Yeah,
we're gonna
no, we gonna
see.
see. We ain't saying you wrong. We just I agree. That's all,
Just hard.
So
I know it's hard to accept, but I mean, it is what it is.
we're gonna see, man. So we got the Cowboys at the Panthers this weekend. Cowboys are coming off a good win against the Jets, 0-4 Jets, although it be. But I think it was a good game, and we coming to North Carolina to play the Panthers. And I'll go ahead and start off with their bright spots for the Panthers. So bright spot for the Panthers team, I would say, is their running game. They've been without Chuba Hubbard the past 2 weeks, but Rico Dowdle, he's been holding them down, and they haven't missed a beat, and they've remained a top 10 running offense through the first 5 weeks. So I think that's definitely something we're going to have to worry about. Our running defense hasn't been the best the last 2 weeks, but I think it plays into part because of Marshawn Elam being out the last 2 weeks. I haven't really been speaking about it too much on the podcast because I don't like making excuses about players being out. But I'm gonna bring him back up because he is coming back this week. So yeah, I'm gonna bring him back up because he's coming back this week. So I think you guys will see an improvement in our run defense as well with him added to the lineup and on the earlier downs when they're gonna run and stuff. So we got Marshawn Elam coming back to help out with their run with that top 10 run offense. And then as far as a dark spot for the Panthers, I feel like we can take advantage of is their run defense. So it's not a bad run defense. It's middle of the pack. And it's led by Derek Brown, which we know is a stud. He's a young stud. One of the most upcoming D tackles in the game, in my opinion. But we have some guys coming back. We got some guys that can help out with that stud and Derek Brown, like Tyler Booker. So Tyler Booker should be back this week to help out blocking the interior. And we also have CD and Cavante Turpin more than likely playing this weekend as well. So we're getting some more guys back on offense to help out, help Dak out. We haven't really missed a beat since they've been out, in my opinion, but the offense should be rolling even better. So as far as our defense, again, I'm really worried about the run. Bryce Young is a talented quarterback, in my opinion. I'm not going to underestimate him. And they've been putting up points. It's not like they've been, um, scoring like 14 or 21 points a game. They've been in the upper 24, 30s throughout the week. So I could see them doing the same thing to us. But like I told y'all in the chat, I feel like we can lose to anybody. I feel like we can beat anybody. That's just that's the team we are right now at this point, honestly. So I'm not gonna underestimate the Panthers. And I'm gonna say the score prediction, as I've been telling y'all the past couple of weeks, you can pencil us in for 28. I really don't care what defense we're playing, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be 31-21. I'm gonna say 31-21. But yeah, that's all I got. What y'all got for me on the matchup?
I think everything you said was on point. Only the not the score prediction.
Score.
But I think
Okay.
everything else was pretty much on point.
Okay.
The Panthers are just like way just too inconsistent, man. Like you just don't know what you're gonna get. Like
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
looked up and you see that they beat the Dolphins, like I was just so confused. I'm like how? But
They beat the
anyway,
Falcons too,
yeah. So it's
Spanked
like
them.
30-0.
going into this game against the Cowboys. I think that the key person, and I don't even say key player, but the key person is going to be Dave Canales, and I think he's going to put Bryce Young
Okay.
in the right spots to like really dissect that Cowboys defense. So now we talking about shootouts. I can see this one being like a major shootout.
Okay.
Only because of the simple fact that the Panthers are going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball effectively, and I think they're going to give some chances to Ted McMillan. And I think Bryce Young is just going to have an opportunity to see the field best as he had this year. So
Okay. I feel
Yeah,
it. Yeah, it's two good offenses.
yeah,
I can see a high scoring.
I agree with Ryan for the most part. I think this is going to be a shootout. I think this team. I think the Panthers' offensive line is much better than it was last year in pass protection, which Bryce is looking better when he does get time. Um,
Hmm.
I can see this being a high scoring game. I think Dallas will pull it off because they just know how to beat these teams, and I think they'll do it. But I do think it's a shootout. I think Tet is going to challenge them DBs, and Bryce is going to give him chances to challenge him. So, yeah, I think
I can
Dallas will.
see it.
I think Dallas will win a close one, but I think it'll be a game. They got to play all 4 quarters for sure.
Yeah,
No question.
most
Yeah, I
definitely.
agree.
I agree
Yeah,
with
Most
that for
I
sure.
definitely.
definitely see a shootout coming. Wouldn't be surprised if it's a game-winning field goal that wins it. Honestly,
Wow. So similar to maybe our game?
not as crazy, but yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like no overtime, none of that. But I could definitely see it being
I don't
something
think it'll
like
be 40-40, whatever that game was, but I think it'll
that.
be
So
Yeah.
high
A cool
30.
like 28 to
yeah,
31, like a cool
yeah,
something like
something
that.
like that. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
just don't let the Panthers get the ball first.
Okay.
Like I think it's
Bryce
gonna
gonna get
be.
over early, then he turns it up. So shit.
Yeah, like it's this is gonna be one of the weirdest games. Y'all got the 1 o'clock game because it's in Carolina.
Yeah, it's at 1 o'clock. Yep.
Oh yeah, this that junk gonna damn that junk gonna be weird.
Yeah,
They
it's
can
weird
challenge
watching
those
this at one.
DBs though. The Panthers DBs, besides J.C. Horn, they could be had.
Yeah.
Bro,
No,
like
I
like
was.
Avery said though, what defense can't be had against the Cowboys offense? Like
Hey, questions that need answers.
I don't see any off on any defense that's just especially nowadays, bro. You starting on the 35, you get a touchback, bro. Like nobody's stopping that offense consistently.
I
And
agree.
even with our kicker, all we gotta do is get to the 50. We still put up
Yeah,
points.
so it's
yeah,
like
facts.
you just gotta make sure you gotta force them turn because that gonna give you the ball. You gotta force those turnovers
He
when
ain't
you
like
need
that.
to. You know he is. Like, come on, let's be real, man.
Like it's such a weird game because it's like this a game where I can see Dallas coming out and whooping them, but I can also see Dallas losing. So it's
Yeah,
like
for sure, a
Yeah,
hundred, a
facts.
hundred
Yeah,
percent, a
yeah.
hundred
like
percent.
For sure.
Hell
No,
yeah.
I agree with all y'all. This is the first time I actually agree with every single thing y'all said, besides the Dak interceptions part. But it is what it is.
All
So
right.
with that, we'll get to our next segment. It's going to be contenders or pretenders. So I'm going to ask each of the kings of the East about a team that's in contention for a playoff push based off of their record as of right now. And I'm going to ask them if they feel like this team is a contender for the playoffs or a pretender at the moment. They just had a good September and, they're going to die off at some point. So we'll go ahead and start off with Ryan. We're going to start off with Ryan. So this AFC team, they had a rocky start to the season, but they currently sit at 2-0 within their division and are coming off a great win against an undefeated opponent. This team currently sits at 3-2 on the season, but with being in a weak division where the bottom two teams have just a combined record of 1 win on the season, they could potentially make some noise down the road. This 3-2 team is the New England Patriots. So Ryan, through 5 weeks, do you feel like the Patriots are a playoff contender or pretenders?
Yeah, this one is tough because I got a
It's a
lot of
tough one.
respect for Mike Vrabel and what he's doing, and I know they're kicking themselves in the foot for losing to the Raiders in Week 1.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
but it's a really good team. You know, they're
Mhm.
young, and they had a right mix of veterans in there. So it's gonna be a little tough to get into the playoffs, due to the fact that you got the Jaguars and the Colts that are good, which is insane. You got two teams in the AFC South that may make the playoffs. Thought I'd never see
Yeah.
that in my life. And
No,
then
for
you have, you know, the Chiefs in the AFC West. Even if they don't win the AFC West, they're going to find a way to get into the playoffs. So, in order to get into the playoffs, I think the Patriots will have to win the AFC East, and I just don't know if they can do that yet. I know they just beat the Bills in Buffalo. I get it,
they're 2
but
and 0 in their division. Just
yeah,
like,
I definitely get
Stephon
it,
Diggs look like he's back.
but you dropped the
mhm.
game. You dropped the game to the Raiders. Like, what's the next game that you're going to drop where it's like we should have won that? You know, a team went 6-0 in the division and went 8-8 on the year, and then make the playoffs, and that was the Raiders in I think '08. So it's possible. You know, you could dominate your division and not make the playoffs. So yeah, they're gonna have to tighten up some screws when it comes to those like must-win games. Not must-win games, but like those games where you gotta win them. So but I say all that to say I don't think they're pretenders though. They're gonna be they're gonna be in the fight. They're gonna be in the fight until the end.
Okay. No, I agree with you. I definitely agree. I'm a Drake May guy, so I like it. It was music to
Might
my
be the
ears.
best quarterback in that
Hey,
draft.
he
Hey, I
It's
You
just some
did
I was the
say
things.
it.
first to
Just
say it.
You
it's
did
just
say it
something.
early. You said it
So
early.
okay, he's got to
Hold
do
on, we're not getting
something
into
that
that.
really beat
Yeah,
the
we're
best
not gonna get into
quarterback.
that.
But no, I was
You're about
about
to
to give
turn
him
him up.
props. I was about to give him. No, I was about to
Oh,
give him
all right, all
props.
Okay, okay.
He
Okay.
made some really good throws in that Sunday night game.
The
Like
Bills
some,
game.
yeah, like some really good throws. But he's gonna have to
Hmm.
do a. He's gonna have to do a lot more to like to be able to be in the same conversation as the guy in DC. So
He snuck it in there.
yeah,
Okay,
He
I'll
snuck
give you
it
that.
in.
I'll give you that. He got to defend his quarterback, so
We'll
I respect
revisit
it.
respect it. I
I
respect
respect
it.
it.
I
you know.
respect it. All right, so we'll move on to Conte and let him play contenders or pretenders. So Conte, this team, this AFC, these are going to be all three AFC teams. Just
That's
letting y'all
fine.
know. So this AFC team started their season off hot with three straight wins against divisional opponents, looking like the most balanced team in the NFL. But then they dropped their last two games to NFC opponents, but still currently sit at the top of their division at 3-2. This team is the Los Angeles Chargers. So Conte, through 5 weeks, do you feel like they are a playoff contender or pretenders?
Mm, that's tough.
Y'all beat them, so I thought you be the best one to ask, you know? Or one of
He's
y'all,
good.
both of
He's
y'all
good.
beat them.
He's good. These good teams. These good teams.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say I feel like Ryan. What Ryan said, like they're not pretenders, but they do have a lot of injuries that we have to account for. You know what I mean?
True. That's true.
And right now they're keeping their distance from the Chiefs, but soon the Chiefs will figure it out. You know what I mean? And I do think only one team from that division is going to the playoffs.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
I kind of gotta, I guess say they're pretenders. But I do think
Hmm.
they're a good team. But they're not pretenders off of like just not they're being fluke. I just think they have a lot of injuries, and they're gonna start stacking these L's. Like they supposed to beat us. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
Washington, they took that L. I don't know what their schedule looks like, but I know they still got the Chiefs won't get back. And yeah, I think the injuries are they're gonna stockpile some L's. So yeah, I'll say
Okay.
pretenders. But I do think
No,
they're a good team. I do think they're a good team.
no, I can see that.
That
Yeah,
was
no,
tough.
these teams definitely on the edge. Like definitely hard
Yeah.
answers
Definitely
for.
think two teams coming out the playoff at that division in the playoffs for
You
sure. I
think
don't
so?
think two coming out the AFC South.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that
Okay.
division's crazy. You know, you got the Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders, and
Broncos is
Chargers.
they that defense is legit.
But
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
the thing that hurts though is the teams in the AFC South could beat up on each other and still have enough wins to sneak into that fourth and seventh spot.
Low
So
key though, I mean, I think the Colts. Now we'll talk about that later.
But yeah,
uh,
I think the
Okay.
Broncos are better than the Chargers. So I'd feel like
Broncos
the
winning the
Chiefs.
West.
Yeah, it'll be the Chiefs and the Broncos that come out of that.
That's what
If
I
two
think too.
teams,
So
yeah,
they're
Yeah, I
pretenders.
think so.
yeah. So they're pretenders.
Not the. I think Chargers and Broncos.
Chargers, Broncos. You don't think the Chiefs making the playoffs?
We gonna see. We
About
gonna
to
see.
say, man.
That's gonna be for another pie, y'all. But we'll
Yeah.
we'll, we'll keep it at. We'll keep at it with Mahad and go to his contender or pretender. So Mahad, this AFC team has been rolling, but has one loss to a team that doesn't even have a winning record at the moment. This team through 5 weeks has a bottom five. I'm sorry. This team through 5 weeks has a bottom 10 defense and a middle of the pack offense sitting at number 15. But they have still found ways to win games and currently sit at the top of their division with a record of 4-1. This team is the Jacksonville Jaguars. So through 5 weeks, do you feel like they are playoff contenders or pretenders?
That's a good one.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are contenders in the playoffs to make the playoffs. I don't think they're contenders to win the Super Bowl, but I think they're going to win that
Yeah.
division. I think they're going to win that division and make the playoffs. I, I
Okay.
like I like what I've seen from Trevor Lawrence the last couple weeks. He's looking good, and I think I told you on the preseason that would be my surprise quarterback with Liam Cohen coming in there.
You did.
Yeah.
I think Liam Cohen has made that offense simpler for him, and he's back running the ball. That's what he was special at Clemson. He could run the ball, and he's
Hmm.
back taking off. And I think that's just a different part of his game we haven't seen since he's been in the league. And I believe Devin Lloyd is his name. Been playing like the best linebacker in football.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you're talking about dude with the
He's,
pick.
yes, he's been he's in the game before. I believe he had like 3 turnovers and a sack. Like he's been
Yeah,
Yeah.
arguably the defensive player of the year.
got 4 picks
Mhm.
already.
Their
And
defense is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Not gonna
and
lie,
Travis Hunter had his. I mean, it wasn't a crazy game, but it was his breakout game in the NFL. Like he was getting pass deflections, he was making big
He's
plays. in the
making
passing
plays.
game. Brian Thomas looked like he's getting back acclimated with Trevor Lawrence. They looked good the other night. That was an impressive win they had. So I do think they're gonna. I'm gonna call them contenders out that AFC South. I think they're gonna win it.
Okay. All right. Y'all got anything caveat off that? Or y'all agree, disagree?
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. It's gonna be
Okay.
fun, man. This is a fun season already.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is a fun season.
yeah,
Like,
Besides these injuries, man, it's a lot of stars
that's
now. But
facts. That's
yes, it
facts.
is a good
Yeah.
season.
but it's a lot of outlier teams from last year that didn't do nothing that are making noise this year. So
For
really
sure.
don't know what's going to end up happening. So appreciate y'all playing pretender or contenders with me. We'll step into our last segment and just get into some matchups across the league. And I'm going to ask the guys about one matchup each, and they'll tell me who they feel is going to win and lose and why. So we'll start off with Conte this time. Conte, I put you with the Lions at the Chiefs. This is a Sunday night game in Kansas City. So we got the Lions that are coming off of the Lions are coming off 4 straight wins, averaging about 40 points per game, and haven't looked back since their Week 1 loss to the Packers. They come into Kansas City to face the disgruntled 2-3 Kansas City Chiefs team, who just lost a thriller to the Jags on the road, 31-28. So who you got winning this matchup, Conte?
Uh, so I have the Lions winning. I have the
Okay.
Lions winning. But if the Commanders Bears game isn't game of the week, this is game of the week. I love it
hmm
because you have Patrick Mahomes with his back against the wall. He's facing 2-4 prime
Yeah.
time. This is when he shows up, right? But like I
Yeah.
said in the chat, man, the thing about the old days is they the old days. You know what I'm saying? I think the Lions are too crazy right now. They're like you said, they're almost averaging 40 points a game. Their offense is clicking. Now they do have some injuries on defense, but
Yeah.
I just like the line. And plus, I saw a stat. It was the Lions are 11-4 on the road since 2023. They don't lose
Wow.
on the road that often. They are a good road team, so I think they're gonna go into Arrowhead, and I think they're gonna get that dub.
Okay. I can see it. They actually, I will say, Vegas has Chiefs as the favorite to
Yeah,
win this game.
yeah. Chiefs are
And the
Because
favorites,
Chiefs
so
are
if you
the
want to,
two and
Lions
three.
are fake tough guys.
they're
They're good
fake
at
tough
front
guys.
running. They're fake tough guys. When they get punched in the
Sheesh,
mouth first, we're gonna see how they act.
sheesh.
Hmm.
I'm gonna
On
say
the
this:
road too.
if the Lions win this game, which I do think they will, I think we have to start talking about them being the best team in the league.
Mm.
I'm
That's
I'm, I'm throwing it out there. I'm throwing
What
it
the
out there.
Packers did to them still stings.
that would be their best win though, and that's still not being a team without a winning record. You know what I mean? So I'm with
Five
you
and one,
with
5-1, averaging 40.
yeah, best
You know what I'm
offenses in
saying?
the league maybe, but
Then
team
lose to the Commanders in the playoffs and get whooped. But,
yeah. I feel you though. They just have to show me a little bit more
So
personally.
y'all don't like that
I
first
feel you.
L. I get it though. I get it.
Yeah, it was nasty. Yeah.
You can't
Okay.
take that away from the Eagles, bro. I'm sorry. Like,
They
Yeah.
just been a
But
little
not
too inconsistent. That's one reason I can't give them right now. They have all the talent to beat that team, but it's just they ain't put it together yet. Once they put it together, yeah.
I want to play them
Lions
so
just too
bad,
tough
bro.
on them.
Because I don't want y'all to get it together.
I don't know if y'all seen AJ Saquon and Jalen had a personal meeting. Dog, they getting shit together over there. Just wait on it.
Oh shit.
Just wait on it.
okay. All right. Moving on to the next matchup. We'll stick with Mahad since Mahad talking this shit. Mahad has a good matchup. He has a 1 p.m. Sunday matchup with the Seahawks at Jacksonville Jaguars. So the Jags are sitting at 4-1 right now, coming off a great win at home against the Kansas City Chiefs, 31-28. But face a Seahawks team coming off a crushing loss to Baker and the boys in a game where the Seahawks were the home favorite but still lost. So they're looking to bounce back on the road against the Chiefs. So how you feeling about this? Oh, I'm sorry. They're looking to bounce back on the road against the Jaguars. So how you feeling about this matchup, Mahad?
I like this matchup. I didn't realize this week got a lot of good matchups.
Yeah.
I do like this matchup. I think there's two of the brightest young minds in Mike McDonald and Liam Cohen going at it. I think it'll be a chess match. I'm
Okay.
interested to see this. Actually, I think I'm gonna tune into this game. I actually think the Jaguars are gonna build on what they've been doing. I don't think Seattle is the same on the East Coast when they travel. I think the defense plays well. But I think that heat is going to get to them. And I think the Jaguars they're rolling right now. They're putting up points. And I think they'll
Yep.
continue to build on that. Sam Darnold, he's hot and cold, hot and cold. So I'm definitely leaning Jags this game.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a tough matchup, man. Like you said, they coming cross country, so it's gonna be rough. And it's a 1 p.m. game too, so it's really
Man,
gonna feel
for
like
the
10
Heat.
a.m. Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, that's going to be a good matchup for sure. We'll get into the last matchup. We got Ryan with the 49ers at Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. It's the 425 game of the week on Sunday. So we got a battle between two 4-1 teams. Both
Jeez.
team, yeah, both teams are coming off great wins over the weekend. The Bucks flew across the country and grabbed a win on the road against the Seattle Seahawks, 38-35, and are facing a Niners team coming off a great win against their divisional opponent, the Los Angeles Rams, in an overtime game where they won 26-23. So both teams looking to keep their success going. But who do you think comes on top this weekend, Ryan?
Yeah, it's crazy. It depends on who's at quarterback. I
Mm.
think at some point there has to be a conversation about Brock Purdy and Mac Jones. But I think it's going to get to a point where the team is going to be rallying around Mac Jones a lot more. Going into Tampa Bay, that's a place that I do believe that the 49ers will go down and win. Specifically if Mac Jones is playing at the quarterback position. I don't know. I just think they just look really different compared to their game against the Jaguars and their game against the 49ers. Against the Seahawks when Brock Purdy was playing. When they played the Saints, granted it's the Saints, but then when they played the Rams last week, like you said, a divisional game and a team that was listed as one of the best in the league, they played a really solid game. So I do believe that the 49ers will go into Tampa Bay and get a bit of an upset. I think it'll be considered an upset with them beating the Buccaneers. I love
Hmm.
Salah's defense, and I think they're going to get after Baker Mayfield. And we don't know, is Mike Evans playing?
Yeah, I
Is
don't know.
can Chris Godwin really get it going? So yeah, I'm looking at uh, San Francisco to go into Tampa Bay and win.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think San Fran is playing good football. They're playing all three levels of good football. I think the Buccaneers are playing offense at a high level. Their defense has been kind of suspect.
I
Mhm.
agree.
I think yeah, I agree with you too. I think the Buccaneers take the L right here.
Hmm. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think that win last weekend from the 49ers was way more impressive than people are talking about because Mac Jones, like Ryan was saying, he was down a few wide receivers. His leading wide receiver was Kendrick Bourne, who just joined the team. So he didn't
Yeah,
have
Mhm.
Pearsall, he didn't have Ayuk, he didn't have what's the other dude's name? I
Jennings.
forgot. Jennings, yeah, he didn't
Jawan
have
Jennings, yeah.
Jawan Jennings. So and they still came out with the win against a tough divisional opponent in the Rams. So
And no
I
Kittle.
like yeah, and no Kittle. So yeah,
Mm.
he did a lot with the little. So I kind of like the Niners going on the road to win that game too. I like that. Yeah.
Hey, can I ask
You hear
y'all
how they
this?
say you hear how they saying Mac Jones is not going to be the starter, right? They're sticking with Brock when Brock gets healthy, no matter
They just
what.
paid him. They
I
have
hear.
to.
I'm
They
about
got
to say,
to.
and that's what I
They
was
just
literally.
paid him.
That's what I was literally about to ask y'all. Like, if you in charge of that team, like, what do you do? So now I'm like,
Got to go back to the money, bro. We
you
just
have
did
to.
this.
Yeah, you have
We
to.
just did this
But
with Carson Wentz, bro. I remember it, man. Nick Foles came and won a bowl, and we were like, "What are we doing this summer? We keep Nick and let Carson go a year after we sign that." It's a
but
tough.
at least, okay, we could unload them and trade them in a few years. Nobody's trading for Brock in that contract.
I want Brock.
Nah.
You
Nah.
know, at least Carson Wentz was a 6'5", 240 pound quarterback where it's like, okay, I could fix him.
Yeah, yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
think they could fix him, but Brock Purdy, bro, like you making $50 million and you 4'2". Like it not. I don't
Mac
think
is
they gonna
playing
do it.
good football right now.
He is.
Good football.
He is.
Yeah.
And
I think
I
that
think he's
Niners
the
team in general.
prototype of what Kyle Shanahan wants at quarterback.
He wanted him. It was that battle between him and Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So yeah, they're gonna have to get that quarterback battle together. But that's all we got this week for week 6 for the Kings of the East, man. Y'all keep watching, like, comment, subscribe. And we gonna see how it folds. We probably tap in with y'all after the Giants and Eagles game on Thursday night. So catch that episode and yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.